What's up, YouTubers, gamers, and collectors? This is DW at DW06 Gamer on YouTube, and this is my massive 2019 PS4 collection with a lot of rare books, or not rare books, rare games and steelbooks. And I'll try to be as quick as I can because I know you guys have a lot of stuff to do. Let's get started. Destiny, okay game. Uh, I think there's too much hype around it. It gets really boring after a while, especially with the PvE. The first one, eh. Next game, Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. Love these games. Really good games with a lot of story elements in it. Uh, Darksiders War Master Edition. This one's good too. This is the worst PS4 game, I think. Dead Alliance. It's kind of like a first person, like mixed with zombies, PvP online, and wow, the graphics are terrible and it runs horrible too. The frame rate's really inconsistent. Steelbook Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is a cool steelbook. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Steelbook. Call of Duty Ghosts Steelbook. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare with Modern Warfare 1 Remastered Steelbook. Call of Duty World War II Steelbook. And this is the newest one, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Steelbook. I mean, I love the COD games. I've been rocking them since college, like 07, 08 with Modern Warfare 1. I've always been really good at these games. Not to toot my own horn, but but the biggest thing, I met a lot of like good online friends that I've been playing with for years, and they love COD too. So love this game series, even though the other ones like Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare weren't that great. So love COD. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Battlefront 2. I love the original Battlefronts, like the first and second one on like PS2 and original Xbox. But this was just horrible with the whole loot box controversy and pay to win mechanics. It could have been, and the campaign was so dumb. I mean, it started out good, but it was really dumb. But you can get this for the cheap, but it's a fun game if you're a Star Wars fan, and I consider myself a big Star Wars fan. Borderlands The Handsome Collection. Burnout Paradise, probably one of my favorite racing series of all time, the Burnout series. Like right second to the Forza game, so really fun game. Steelbook. This was an Amazon exclusive steelbook. This is the first Battlefront game. It was, the graphics were amazing, but it was so bare bones and stuff. There's like nothing to do in this game. Big fan of the Telltale games. Batman the Telltale series. Good game. Probably the sweetest, coolest PS4 steelbook out of my collection. This is Batman Arkham Knight. Good open world game. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Origins Steelbook. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Alien Isolation, really good first person game. I mean, you can't kill the alien, you just gotta evade it, but it was challenging but fun. Good scary game, Alien Isolation. Next game, this is Absolver. Probably a lot of you guys never heard of it because it's originally it was a digital online only game, and then it became a PS Plus free game, and this is in my other videos, I talked about how I like to collect digital games, only digital games, and make limited physical copies. This wasn't done by Limited Run. This was done by a company called Strictly Limited Strict or specialreservegames.com, and I'll have the link posted down below. This is a really fun game. It's unique. It's like an online melee co-op, and it's like the melee is really intricate, and it's a pretty fun game. I suggest you give it a try. This is Absolver. Gundam Versus. Big fan of the Gundam games. This is a limited printed game by Limited Run. Super Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush Remastered. This is an Amazon. This came out only on Amazon, like their website. Amazon only exclusive game, and like this game goes for use like $60. New it goes for like 150, $200. It's becoming a really rare game. Really happy to have it in my collection. Gravity Rush Remastered. God of War. Sweet Steelbook. I mean, can't say enough about this game. Amazing game. I can see why it won a lot of Game of the Year awards. This is God of War 3 Remastered. This is a sweet steelbook and a pretty fun game. This is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. This is a really cool steelbook. For Honor. Firewatch. This is another limited printed game that is usually digital only, and this is by Limited Run Games. This is a really cool game. Really easy to beat, probably about 4 or 5 hours first person perspective, but very narrative driven, very memorable characters, good voice acting. I highly suggest this game. I mean, if you don't want to pay an arm and a leg, because this game goes between 80 to like 150 on eBay new. So if you just want to buy it digitally for like 15, $20, I suggest you play it. Really fun game. Family Fun Pack with Scrabble, Trivial Pursuit, Monopoly, and Risk. Far Cry Primal. Far Cry 5. This is the Steelbook. The Hope County version. Really cool Steelbook, by the way. And good game. Far Cry 4. Dying Light. This is Dragon's Crown Pro. Pretty cool steelbook. Dragon Age Inquisition. I love this game. I love the Dragon Age games, and I thought the third one was the best. This one's really cool. Dishonored, the Definitive Edition. Detroit Become Human. Destiny 2 was better than first one, but it got boring after a while too. I'm glad that, if you haven't heard the news, Destiny left Activision, thank God. Maybe their third one would be more like Halo and not filled with all this microtransaction and loot boxes crap. Deformers, Steelbook, and this is like a online, pretty sure an online only game. Dead Alive, love the series. Dead Alive 5 Last Round. We'll move on more to my other collection stack. Nier Automata, it's like an anime style game. Really fun open world game. Has like a lot of deep like philosophical themes in it. It's pretty smart game. Liked it. NBA 2K16. If you haven't watched my Xbox video, I talk about I'm not the type of collector that's going to get, basically the same versions year in, year out with these sports games, because they're all the same. It's just glorified roster updates. I mean, they never have anything new innovation in it. Like, I'm not going to have NBA 2K17 or 15 or 14, etc., because it's basically the same game. I just need one basketball game. Need for Speed. This is the excuse me. Need for Speed, the Steelbook collection, just online only. That's the only bad part about this game, but other than that, fun game. Another limited run game is N++, and this is like a platformer. We try to jump around and avoid getting killed. It's a pretty fun game. This is a limited printed game. Mortal Kombat X, the Steelbook. Love Mortal Kombat. Been playing the originals since on Sega. Whoops, my stack fell. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This is Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain Steelbook. Lords of the Fallen. Life is Strange. Lawbreakers. This is a limited printed game by Limited Runs, and it's a lot like an Overwatch clone or copy basically, but this game didn't last. They shut down the servers after less than a year. Another limited printed game, Layers of Fear. It's like a first-person perspective horror masterpiece edition. Killzone Shadow Fall. The Killing Floor 2, really fun, like first-person, like multiplayer zombie game, underrated game. Just Cause 3, the Steelbook edition. Injustice, Gods Among Us, Ultimate Edition. Infamous Second Son, and this is a PAL game that came out only in like Europe and Asia, but not America as a physical release, and this is Infamous First Light. Next game is Inside and Limbo, the collection. And this is a Japanese game, the Japanese version of Hyper Life Drifter, because the American version was made by, the physical was made by I Am 8-Bit. I'll have a link down below, but there was only a limited print, and the American version goes for like $100-$150. Really expensive, but I decided to get a foreign. Plus, I don't mind foreign games, so Hyper Life Drifter. Horizon Zero Dawn, and this is actually a custom case, steelbook case I got off someone from China off of eBay. Look at that. This ain't the official like retail steelbook release of Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a custom one. I think it's actually better than the retail version that came out, the steelbook. Because the steelbook new or used even goes from like $60 to $150. So I was like, I'm not gonna spend that much. So I got this custom one. I'll provide a link down below. This is a really cool steelbook, by the way, even though it's a custom made one, not the official retail release. This is Hitman, the complete first series steelbook. This is an underrated game. I was so happy because for a while I thought this was just going to be a digital only game, but they made a physical release that came out a couple months ago, and this is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. This type of game you gotta listen to headphones. It's really trippy but fun. Okay, I'll grab my other games. And this is Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man steelbook. Really cool steelbook. Sniper Elite 3. Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. Shovel Knight. This is like a platformer, like the callback to the 8 or 16-bit era. Really fun game. Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow Warrior 2. This is a game that was made by the physical release was made by Special Reserve Games. This game is really expensive on eBay. It goes for like $150 to $200. Really fun first-person shooter game. Shadow Warrior. Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year Edition. Sega Genesis Classics, a compilation of all the old school Sega games. Really fun. Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil Biohazard. Oh, Resident Evil 2, I haven't played this game, but I'm really stoked to try it when I get a chance. Red Dead Redemption 2, really sweet steelbook. Prey, another sweet steelbook. See, it has like a male and the female version of the main character. Persona 5, good like JRPG anime game. That's the steelbook. Past Cure, I don't see how it's advertised all these awards up front, but really boring, convoluted game. Overwatch, the Legendary Edition steelbook or Origins Edition. Let's see, it has that guy on it. This is like an anime. If you're into like fan service and all that kind of stuff, is one Chanbara Chaos. Okami HD, another limited run game. It would be Observer, kind of first person, like very heavily driven narrative kind of thriller game. Observer. Neo, kind of like a Dark Souls type game. No Man's Sky. This is the steelbook. Pretty cool steelbook. And we're almost to the home stretch. Zone of Enders, the second runner. I love this. The first one, it came out for original PS2. Really fun game. Yakuza 0. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Until Dawn. Uncharted 4. Cool steelbook. Love these games. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. It's the first, second, and third one in one disc. Uncharted Lost Legacy. USC 2. Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition. Titanfall 2. Another limited run game, Thumper. Witcher, really cool steelbook. See, there's Ciri and there's Geralt. Cool steelbook. Talos Principle, it's like a puzzle type game with a lot of like religious and philosophical elements and themes in it. The Show 17 MVP edition. Here's steelbook. Ken Griffey. The Order 1886. The Long Dark, it's like a survival game when you're out in the wilderness. Last of Us Remastered. This is actually the PS3 steelbook, but like I said, I don't mind if it's not in its original disc or box or whatever, but I want, since I'm collecting with new gen only, this is, I love the steelbook, so I gotta have it with my PS4. Last of Us Remastered. Evil Within. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is Tekken 7 steelbook. And this is Tales of Berseria, like a JRPG. And finally, this is Street Fighter. Okay, if you guys have any questions or comments on, do you have a big collection, or what PS4 games you like to collect, or how do you collect, or do you like steelbooks, anything video game collecting wise for these newer gen systems, just let me know, and thank you.